What's happening, folks? Gerald here, aka J from 90, coming at you with another reaction, another George Michael one, a very special one because I never even knew this existed. Well, not that I knew George Michael's discography enough to know what existed and what didn't, but I had just talked about. I have this one of my songs of the year, of the summer, of the feeling has been Jodie Watley's cover of Stevie Wonder's "Too Shy to Say." And I did a Diana Ross reaction to her doing her cover of it in 1977 at Caesar's Palace. Um, I never knew George Michael also did a cover of it. I could be wrong. I think someone might have mentioned it in the comments too. But either way, this made my list, and I'm very excited. I know of his cover of "They Won't Go Where They Won't Go When I Go." Excuse me. My mom, I cannot get Stevie Wonder titles wrong. My mom will disown me, but because Stevie Wonder is one of my mom's favorite artists ever, and arguably her favorite, the number one favorite artist of hers ever. So no messing up song titles. But anyway, excited to hear George's interpretation and cover of "Too Shy to Say." That song is so sweet. It's so vulnerable. It's like I've said before. Why I connect to it is that was me in my teenage years. That was me, you know, in so many aspects of life, in love and in career, in even like doing this. It was something that I've always wanted, but would have been too shy to do. This song just sounds like the vulnerability of the younger me that I've kind of. It's still a little bit there, but I've largely overstepped and largely like, hey, we're gonna do this. We're gonna go out and we're gonna take a risk. So anyway, very excited for what George has done or did with this song. So before we get to it, I need you guys to go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell for notification. George is a big old Stevie Wonder fan. Well, was, excuse me, rest in peace, George Michael. He was a big old Stevie Wonder fan because it's like there's Ass, which is the first Stevie Wonder cover I've ever heard him do with Mary J. Blige. And then, of course, They Won't Go When I Go. And then this. George loved him some Stevie. Does George and Stevie Wonder ever do a duet? They needed to have done a duet. That would have been great. So anyway, but let me get to this right now. So go ahead, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Without further ado, this is George Michael live with "Too Shy to Say."
This song was written by a man who I've admired for a great many years. His name is Stevie Wonder. And this is a favourite of mine. It's called "Too Shy to Say." You make me smile, you make me sing, you make me feel those everything. You bring me up when I've been down. It's only happens when you're around.
That Stevie, Diana, Jody, and now George. That break into "And I Just Can't Go On This Way" is my favorite part of the song because it's so dramatic. It's so dramatic, and it's so because when I think of the angst and the feelings, it is dramatic. It feels like the classic 1945 movie star. I can't go on this way. And George, bro, all of them who did it. If you're gonna sing this song, You gotta bring it out of that, and I just can't go on this way. You gotta act it. You gotta act it and feel it. We gonna rewind that. I know he's gonna do it again like two more times, but at least two. He better do it two more times. But that, ooh, that's what I was. That's what I'm really listening for, and I knew I'm listening for it, but I also knew he'd deliver on it. So let's see. George, beautifully done, beautifully done, beautifully done. I expected nothing less. It's just, oh my goodness, that was phenomenal. That was funny. He brought all the emotion to it. He brought all the vulnerability to it. That song requires that. You gotta be vulnerable when you're singing that song. You gotta go to that place when you're singing that song. And George has been to that place, and he brought it to his performance of that song. Love it so much. Oh my goodness, that was great. In the comments, what is your favorite Stevie Wonder George Michael cover? For me, ooh, see, I just asked the question, but that's a hard question because they're all great, all three great. As of right now, maybe that Justin, that song moves me. It means so. I plan on. I'm gonna look on Spotify if they have that, but if they don't, I'm gonna have to rip that audio. But that song just, when I say it really talks to 13, 14-year-old me, 15, 16, my teenage me, and who I was and what held me back long before I knew I had a voice that deserved to be heard. It does. And that voice, that part of me, that's why it's important to have things that you resonate with, and you resonate with from who you were as well as who you are and maybe who you will be, because that part of me that still exists somewhere appreciates feeling seen that way. So for now, right now, that. But then also, I really, really, really have a soft spot for his cover of "They Won't Go When I Go," and then also his. I love Mary J. Blige is one of my favorite artists of all time, and so I love their duet of "As." That's just fantastic. So curious of your answers in the comments. Glad to have another George. I haven't seen yet, but I plan on doing the watching the Wham documentary and then having some reactions based off of that because I'm really looking forward to getting into Wham's discography and as well as George's discography on a fuller level. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please go ahead and like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. If you want to, if you push the description, you'll find all of my social media, and you can also join my Patreon or become a member on the channel. That would mean a lot. That would mean a whole lot. But you gotta know about joining either right now. The perks are kind of on hold because my life's kind of on hold because I just moved to Detroit. Well, I say just. I've been here 3 months now, but the house I'm moving into is not ready for me, so been bouncing around. So that's why I'm also recording irregular. That's also why I'm recording irregularly too, because, yeah. So anyway, perks are on hold, but it's just, it means a lot, and you guys who join right now, y'all are extra special for me. So just know that, and just thank you for even taking the time to push play on this video today. That just means so much to me, and it goes a very long way. And beyond everything else, you all please take care of yourselves and each other.